the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hello Capricorn, welcome to your September tarot reading 2018 with me, Pisces Priestess. So I'm doing things a little bit different this month. I've decided to use my Indigo angel deck because Virgo and Libra, which is the seasons we're experiencing in September, are both angelic and archangelic forces in astrology. So I'm using my angel oracle. We're going to read from this book I just shown you. And we have a message here for you that is best for guidance and some sort of message for you for September, Capricorn. And we have the card Self-Care. So I just wanted to tell you guys, when I was shuffling your cards before I started, two cards popped out. We had Self-Care. So this is definitely a message for you because two cards popped out and I wasn't really sure about the energy, so I kept shuffling. The second card that came out for you this month, Capricorn, was You Are Safe. So we're actually going to look at both of these messages this month. I just thought it was kind of interesting that Self-Care came out twice and then You Are Safe came out with it at the same time. And then this wound up on the bottom of your deck. So those are two very, very special messages for you this month. We're going to read from the book, and I may channel a bit, Capricorn, from this card. It just looks like you guys are needing to take, better care of yourself this month. Do something that's best for you. We have this angel here who's drinking out of this lake or body of water. So let's see what the card says in the book and see if any messages stick out here. So this card says, make sure you're not giving to the point of creating lack in your own life. As an Indigo, you feel compassion for the world because of your divine mission. As a result, you sometimes become generous to a fault. You may not see this as a problem. However, this card is telling you that you must be aware of your own needs in life. Make sure that you're doing enough for yourself so that you don't suffer due to your generosity. Allow yourself to feel how great it is to have your needs met and trust that those around you are guided by their angels to ensure that all theirs are taken care of too. You are here on earth to help, but you're not everyone's problem solver. The greatest gift you can give others is to ask their angels to awaken and guide them to their own unique purpose. So, very interesting card. This has come out a bit in Virgo season, and it really reminds me of that Virgo energy because Virgos are the nurturers in astrology or in the zodiac. And Virgo is all about health as well because health is the 6th house of Virgo and lifestyle, all about our routines. So when this card comes up for a season like September, and we also have the season of like balance at the end of September when the more Libra energy comes off, but some of September is definitely focused on our health as a collective and how we can just better our lifestyles and our routines. So this card definitely is coming up for that, Capricorn, and you are an earth sign just like Virgo. So this energy is, probably affecting you in a unique way than the other signs. You and Taurus are both earth signs like Virgo. So let's just go over this message again, see if anything sticks out. Make sure you're not giving to the point that you're creating lack within your own life, Capricorn. Let's see. As a result, you sometimes become generous to a fault. Okay, so there's something here about being overly generous this month. You may not see this as a problem. However, this card is telling you that you must be aware of your own needs in life. So September is about your own needs, Capricorn, and certain decisions and boundaries you're going to have to place because of your own needs, because you're taking better care of yourself, This is about, well, I just kind of got an image in my head about the people around you, We can't always look to the people around us to take care of us, and if we're feeling like that in September, we're being led to just take the best care of our own selves, because I don't think anyone knows us like we know ourselves. So definitely have to be aware of your own needs when it comes to your own life in September, Capricorn. Make sure that you're doing enough for yourself, okay, and that you're not suffering due to your generosity. Allow yourself to feel how great it is to have your needs met. So this is about your needs, Capricorn, and your self-care, all right? And we did have You Are Safe come out as well. So there's a piggyback message here about you are safe. So maybe there's something here that Capricorn needs to hear. for the month of September that, you know, you are safe to take care of yourself, Capricorn. You're safe to do certain decisions that maybe other people don't approve of, or maybe other people have opinions of, things like that. So that this energy is definitely centered around this Capricorn. So we're going to put this here as an overall look for the month. You probably can't see it very well because of the light, but the self-care card is here. And as I mentioned, at the bottom of the deck, we have you are safe. So these messages really stuck by. They came out together. You are safe to take care, for self-care, Capricorn. And when I kept shuffling, this card stayed on the bottom. So this is like an underlying message here for you. And we'll come back to that towards the end of the reading. So, you know, we know that this has something to do with you feeling safe enough to, you know, make sure your own needs are being met and things like that. I did shuffle until the Devil card was on the bottom, just so I knew your energy was ready. Behind you, we have the Moon card. So these are two very interesting energies to have. The Moon is going to be shifting into Capricorn around the 17th. Maybe late on the 16th, early 17th in the morning. The Moon will be it's about 25-6 degrees Sagittarius right now. So the Moon is really headed into Capricorn here in a little bit. It's going to transit through Capricorn and Aquarius and Pisces, and then it's going to be full in Aries on the 24th. So you are going to have this Moon influence towards the middle of the month, Capricorn. When the Moon is in your sign, you know, it definitely gives you certain internal energies, certain emotional energies, certain secrets, illusions. It's just kind of hard to explain. Maybe for some of you, you have a Capricorn moon, so if there's any Capricorn moon watching, there's definitely some sort of message here. It could be a message about some sort of confliction. Maybe it's with an Aries. We have the Emperor here, or maybe it has to do with your authority, Capricorn, but there could be something that some of you guys you're waiting on some sort of message or something like that to make a decision because you're at some kind of crossroads. But with the Moon, this is a Pisces energy. Could be a Cancer energy for some of you. Maybe there's just some secrets that you're holding this month, Capricorn. It could be something to do with your soul, but the Moon is behind you, so that means that there are certain moon-like energies, certain secretive energies, or, you know, maybe some of you guys are even dealing with deception in some sort of way or something like that. But maybe heavy emotions, maybe you're doing some heavy soul work, but very secretive, Capricorn. So we'll see what that's about if those cards come out for you for September. But we're going to do some shuffling and get a spread on the table here so that we can talk more clearly about the energies in September. So this is for Capricorn for September 2018. I did just get a look at the Ten of Swords. So some of you are going through a great deal of pain. Deception is coming up a lot for some of you. Maybe even betrayal. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. Significant relationship starting off September. Could be with a Leo or a Sagittarius for some of you. We have the Temperance card, and then we have these two cards on the table. Okay, the Tower, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, so could potentially be dealing with some sort of regret about this relationship. Already I'm seeing some comparisons with the Sagittarius reading. We did have this energy in the Sagittarius. I'm sorry, not Sagittarius. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius because we do have the Temperance card. But I meant to say Scorpio. Scorpio had the Five of Cups in their reading. They had the Two of Cups in their reading. And the Two of Cups is back here. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with some of you guys are going to relate to that Scorpio energy. You may want to watch that video. I did just open up the deck to the Devil card. So I know that Capricorn is definitely feeling certain sorrows, maybe even some depression. You guys could be dealing with toxic relationships as well, maybe certain addictions or something like that, chains or manipulation, codependent relationships. But there's something here that has you guys a little bit down and out, I want to say. This could even be depression for some of you guys. You could just be focused on something that didn't work out. It could have been a third-party situation or just something that kind of felt like emotion or time wasted, and you just want to be careful not to over-focus on the negative, because behind you is that Two of Cups energy here. That Two of Cups is behind that man. We do have a significant Cancer here, okay? So it could have to do with a Cancer or some sort of manifested victory. Maybe a new love, Virgo, Gemini. But I do see some decisions, Capricorn. I'm seeing a lot of twos. We had the Two of Cups, and I just seen the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So lots of decisions and crossroads in September. And maybe some regret or sadness secretly. So let's get 2 more cards for Capricorn for September 2018 to symbolize how they're going to end the month. So we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. And because of this Ace of Pentacles, it may cause some of you guys to travel, because I do see the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. So if there is some sort of emotional issue, or maybe anything that feels like the water is kind of wavy where you are, you're kind of moving away from those troubled waters to the distance of flat land and calmer waters and trees. So you're headed to a foundation, basically. This could be a relationship, a job. I just see this pentacle coming in here, these messages. We have 2 pages. So it could definitely be that there's some sort of message, could be from an air sign or an earth sign, that has you guys traveling or moving, or it could even be mental movement. It doesn't have to be physical movement, but I do see it linked to some kind of message, maybe a financial message, maybe it's some sort of mental message about work. I just see something going on at the end of September for Capricorn with this Ace of Pentacles that's really going to cause some movement here. You guys are doing a lot of focusing on balance this month with the Temperance card and the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely that whole making sure that your needs are met, you know, in September for Capricorn. Your worth is really mattering to you when it comes to these, wow, your last card is you. Your worth is really mattering to you when it comes to these love offers and relationships in September. Bottom of the deck for you for September is the King of Cups. Another very self-care energy. So Capricorn, I'm a bit surprised to see it, but we do have some emotional energies kind of hidden in this message, with you having the moon behind you when I first started reading for you, in the King of Cups energy. This is that watery energy. So you could definitely be dipping your foot in some foreign lands in September, you know, experiencing new emotions, new feelings, new energy around you, and really trying to balance out what you know to be real and what you feel inside. I do see that. So yeah, let's get interpreting some of this for you. So the way I'm reading this in September is that this could be the end of the month for some of you, and this could be the beginning of the month, but we could definitely experience any of these energy combinations at any time. But I'm gonna read it like that. That's just because what I've been doing. So this is more Virgo season for you, Capricorn. Virgo is your 9th house. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, Virgo is your 9th house. So the beginning of September, you're underneath that Virgo energy, okay? Mercury is there. Venus was there, okay? Another big thing that happened for you this month, Capricorn, is Saturn moving direct. So it's definitely time to get back down to business, which I hear a big message about that with these 2 cards, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Devil card. This is an opportunity coming right to Capricorn, and it looks like a balanced one. It's some sort of new opportunity coming in at the end of the month for you guys specifically. I do see that. So at the end of the month, we have your 10th house, which looks great. Okay, we have all that pinnacle energy coming in at the end of the month for that 10th house, and you guys are really comfortable with the 10th house, whether you know it or not, because you guys are the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career and long-term goals and legacy. You know, very futuristic house. So you actually have that 10th house in your future when Libra comes in. Virgo is your 8th house. I'm sorry, Virgo is your 9th house. This is more about learning and education. It could even be about travel. So, you know, it's interesting how travel is kind of coming in here. The 9th house is all about expansion and learning, education, your beliefs too, Capricorn. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's why Virgo, maybe Virgo season does that to you. It gets you back to your roots of your beliefs and what you've built your foundation on. This is an earth energy, okay? We haven't had earth since Taurus season. So it's been a few months since we've had that earth energy in the universe. Excuse me. So yeah, you could definitely be feeling that. And for you, ironically, it may cause you to step out of a foundation temporarily, because you're learning so much. I did say that about Capricorn in my Virgo new moon video, that because Virgo is your 9th house, you guys come here as beings already knowing more. You have a higher knowledge when it comes to lifestyle. You know, that's why Capricorns are typically very responsible people, because Virgo is their ninth house. So there's certain things about health and lifestyle and routine that you guys just have expanded on. You guys are kind of the philosophers of lifestyle. So kind of makes sense why Virgo would be your ninth house of learning. You could even be doing some learning or teaching yourself, especially because we have the Temperance card here in this first couple weeks of the month. The first half of the month, we have this Temperance energy. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, it's even more unique to be dealing with them at the first half of September, because that is the ninth house. Sagittarius is the ninth house, Capricorn is the 10th house, and we have you going through ninth house energy here and 10th house energy here. So you're definitely having that show here by the Temperance and the Devil card, Capricorn and Sagittarius. This is showing up. Some of you could definitely be in a relationship or dealing with a Sagittarius. Maybe some things broke apart with the Sagittarius, because we have the Tower card right here with this Temperance card. So I'm not sure if there's some sort of patience that Capricorn is needing to tap into at the first couple of weeks of the month, because something is falling apart. For some of you, this is going to be your foundation that's falling apart. This could definitely be the home environment, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, Capricorn. We'll just kind of take this one by one and see how the story unfolds, okay? So to start off, we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a significant relationship. This could be a reconciliation of a relationship, two people getting back together, or this could be anyone in your life that you have a very strong emotional bond with. This is an emotional connection. It's a really lovely card, and you know, I like that both of these people have a cup, because the reason why they're able to intertwine their emotions so strongly like that could be dealing with a Leo for sure, or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with another Capricorn. So yeah, I'm just seeing that there's a significant relationship being centered the first half of the month. So around this is like the 1st through the 15th, and this can be like the 15th through the 29th, okay, the last half of the month. So there's a relationship that's playing a part here in September. And for those of you who are single, this could be just certain thoughts, but this is some sort of emotional connection that you're either thinking about or that you're experiencing. And you know, both these people have a cup, so it's like kind of 50-50, things like that. So this is kind of reminding me of that, your needs being met, Capricorn, with the whole self-care thing. So I know that this is a theme for you in September, and I do have a Capricorn rising, so I'm able to relate to that in a way. Ever since Virgo season has kind of came in, I have been thinking more about how I can expand, you know, like my value and my foundation, you know, my worth. How can I take better care of myself without, you know, losing too much of myself to another person? So the Two of Cups is a good example of that not happening. So either you're experiencing this or you're really wanting this, Capricorn, because this is shared efforts. You know, I think shared efforts is a really good big thing for Capricorn, you know. And what I mean by that is when you're in a relationship, you kind of naturally want your partner to be as responsible as you. You want your partner to be as dedicated as you know, because you know, independently and individually, you are ambitious, you're determined, you are loyal and committed and things like that. So if anybody's cross-watching or anything like that for Capricorn, and you're dealing with certain energies where your Capricorn is kind of straying away from you, or they'll be talking to you one day and then they don't talk to you for even a few days, few months, whatever, it's most likely because the Capricorn is not able to know the foundation of the relationship. It needs to be very grounded. They need to feel like you're very committed and equal. This is coming up a lot for Capricorn in September. The fact that they really want shared efforts, you know. They don't want to be dedicated and never get anything in return. I'm very surprised the Seven of Pentacles didn't show up, but it's going to show up because we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, and 6 + 1 is 7. So we do kind of have that Seven of Pentacles energy and in disguise, Capricorn. So behind the scenes, Capricorn is really focused on what they're getting back now. You know, they're really focused on what they're getting back, and it's just in time for Libra season, because Libra season at the end of the month is another cardinal energy. So Capricorn and Cancer and Aries are going to be really feeling the last half of September, because we're moving from mutable energy to cardinal energy. So a lot of changes here happening for everyone the first 2 weeks of September, and then the end is going to be more about balance, and we walk into balance, Capricorn. You literally start the second half of the month off with balance in mind, and it's not just any kind of balance, you know, it's real physical balance. You know, I'm sure you want emotional balance as well. I know you do, because we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Temperance card, which also has 2 cups in that card as well. So there's a lot here about balance in your relationships, and also balance financially as well. So I'm seeing emotional balance and physical balance, financial balance for sure. With the Temperance card here, with the Two of Cups, like I said, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius for sure. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius from the past that things kind of didn't work out with, because we are linked to the Tower here. But the Temperance card, other than it being for Sagittarius, this is Archangel Michael, okay? Archangel Michael is very linked to the twin flame community. So I don't know if some of you know a significant Michael, or Archangel Michael maybe is someone that you work with, something like that, an energy. A lot of people work with the energy of Archangel Michael. And sometimes when I get that as a message, I'm led to say the name, you know, Michael or anything like that. So if that resonates, fine. But other than that, this is talking about patience, which is a huge thing for Capricorn. Patience is a huge, huge thing for Capricorn, because you guys are ruled by Saturn. Saturn is all about time and effort and doing things in a divine manner, you know, doing things the right way, putting in effort. So because of that, Capricorn, because of your ruling planet, you know, you are ruled by Saturn, who is one of the most authoritative planets. You know, authority really matters to you guys in relationship and at your job, stuff like that. So there's just a need to really be looking at, you know, the shared efforts in your relationships this month, and also, you know, the balance. There needs to be some sort of balance in your guys' relationship. This could also be a Sagittarius for some of you. Now, what I haven't mentioned yet is that the Two of Cups can definitely be a decision. We did have a lot of decisions here, Capricorn. So some of you guys could have had a significant relationship decision. Maybe some of you are choosing between 2 people. Maybe some of you are just going through things where you have to decide certain things in relationships, whether you want to reconcile with this person, whether you want to continue putting in effort and, you know, mingling with this person. And I think you're trying to stay patient in your relationships, Capricorn, but I do feel like you're kind of losing your patience, and you're wanting to start trying new things, because we have the feet here of this picture, you know, the Temperance card. There's 1 foot on the land and 1 foot in the water. So, you know, I am seeing that this month for you, Capricorn, that one of your feet are on land and one of your feet are on water, because we have water energy here, and then pentacles. So it's interesting that we're missing air and we're missing fire, and all we have is water and earth. So, you know, you understand that opposition, Capricorn, because you are an earth sign. In Cancer, your opposite sign is water. So earth and water naturally oppose each other, but they also regenerate each other. So it's pretty natural that you're kind of trying to balance out your reality and, you know, what it is, those deeper emotions inside you. Everyone's kind of doing that with this Virgo Pisces opposition. We're really learning more about what's real in reality, and how the dream realm can kind of mix in with that. So that could be playing out in your relationships. If you guys are feeling unique ways this month, like you're starting to consider certain foundations that you didn't consider before. There could just be a new path that you guys are walking, and you're walking it emotionally and physically. Maybe this is just you trying to ground your emotion, but the main message I see here is everything needs to be balanced. You know, like you are getting really, really tired of putting more into anything than you're getting back. And this is jobs, home environments. Like, I feel like Capricorn in September, you guys all could be feeling at some point like, you know, am I getting enough? You know what I mean? Am I getting enough for this? Am I getting enough for this relationship? So that might be what you're kind of deciding. But I do see you're just evaluating that balance, because I do see these Two of Cups here. You know, these 2 cups are right here. So you guys could be balancing out your own cups instead of doing it with another person now. Like maybe there was a relationship before that you're kind of dealing with the emotion. We did have that 5 of Cups. Remember that 5 of Cups, and there was those 2 cups behind that guy? 3 cups knocked over, 2 cups behind. Maybe the emotion you had left in a situation, you're now kind of alchemizing by yourself. You know, like, nah, you know, I'm really tired of meeting people who don't have a cup like me. You know, they don't have shared energy. It's not 50-50, so I'll just take the full 100 and kind of just pour it back and forth until, like, you're just like, I can balance this out myself. So that could be some of your guys' decisions here in September. And then interestingly enough, we have the Tower. So we do have Temperance in the middle of Two of Cups in the Tower. So for some of you, you are dealing with some sort of breakdown in a relationship. The Tower is a sudden change. It's one that we had many opportunities to make ourselves, but when we don't make the changes necessary, the universe comes in, and we have this Tower being struck by lightning. So this is symbolic for an external force coming in, and I think it has something to do with you personally, Capricorn, and your relationships, because we have the Tower here with Temperance and the Two of Cups. So some of you guys, something just wasn't balanced, and you stayed patient, you know, and things still fell down, and there's this Tower here. And like I said, the Temperance, so maybe you're balancing out on one end of the spectrum, everything falling down and crumbling. I don't know what this Tower is going to be for all of you in September, but it could be, you know, the loss of a job, or the change of an environment, the ending to a relationship, the death of a loved one. You know, this Tower is just going to be something that it's not always a bad thing. I don't think the Tower is ever a bad thing, because this card only comes up for people who need a change. You know, maybe you've been in a area or in a surrounding, Capricorn, for too long, and you're an earth sign. So it always concerns me when the Tower comes up for earth signs, because foundation really matters to Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, because you guys rule that pinnacle earth energy. So a real foundation, you know, aka your home or whatever, it needs to be stable. And you guys are better than anyone at being able to see if a foundation is built on a firm, solid ground, or is it kind of crumbling? Are you walking around on eggshells, you know? And I do see you guys here with, you know, you can't even put both your feet right now on the ground. Your feet are in a very unfamiliar territory, I guess I can say. It definitely feels different to you. It's very foreign than what you're used to. And so that might be ending. There might be something with a Sagittarius falling apart, or some kind of major ending linked to a Sagittarius. It can be a major, I don't want to say ending, I want to say change, because the Tower is a transformation. It's the ending to something so that something else can begin, right? The Star card is right after the Tower. So faith, this is happening so that you can regain faith. This is never a bad card. It only shows up when it's meant to, because it's never healthy to walk around on eggshells anyway. So, you know, whatever is not stable, the first half of September will not survive the second half of September with Capricorn. It will have all fallen down by the end of September going into October. That way Capricorn can go into October feeling very focused, very financially secure. And, you know, some of these things can be ending, Capricorn, so that by the end of the month, some of these great big values, things that you want to see, you know, money opportunities, new jobs, stuff like that. There's a lot that at the end of the month that the universe wants to give you, Capricorn. And that might be why, you know, you were patient for so long, or why you put in so much effort. But that's exactly why things are falling apart for Capricorn this month too. So let's move into the second half of the month. And like I said, this is, you know, more your 10th house of career and legacy. So by the end of September, don't be surprised if you guys are really thinking about, since you are the 10th house and you're going through 10th house energy, you're going to be really career focused. I even see that here with all these pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Like, the more balanced you are at the end of the month, Capricorn, the more the universe is going to have to give you, the more room you're going to make. Because I think you've just been giving, this is like the card for charity. So you want to be careful of the charity that you're giving out, even if you're giving it out to people who live with you or certain influences like that. That's exactly what it is. It's like people who always come, the beggars, you know. You know, all this card is saying is that you want to watch what you're giving out and make sure that what you're giving is what you're getting. But it's okay, because the things that you're giving, this is all about balance, right? Give and you shall receive. So there may be something at the end of the month where you have to loan someone money or something like that, Capricorn, and it's like instantly reimbursed. You know, you're going to instantly get some kind of promotion or new job offer, or, you know, the Ace of Pentacles to me is always a card that talks about the universe giving you something that you need of physical value. So you guys all value different things. You guys all you're going to be needing different things towards the end of September, and this is the universe literally giving you something. It's most likely going to be physical. This is most likely something that you've stayed patient for a very long time. You know, you have two cards here talking about balance. So there was something financial that needed to balance out, and there was something relationship-wise that needed to balance out. For some of you guys, this is going to be hand in hand. Like, it was something financial in your relationships that needed to balance out before this offer could come into you. It's just, that's how energy is, you know. Energy works very much it plays off of the physical realm. So if we're manifesting something, if we want this thing so badly, we have to make room for it. If we want a relationship that's good and not toxic and happy, well, we have to get rid of certain draining relationships that we're occupying. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird to want for something or to wish for something and not really even be in alignment with that thing. So there's definitely a path here that we have to walk in order to be met with those kind of things, if that makes sense, Capricorn. So yeah, I definitely see you at the end of the month really focused on balance, specifically financial balance. You know, I think you're really, you know, this is Capricorn, you're going to be going through 10th house energy. So if those around you are not understanding why all of a sudden you're more strict about your money, you're starting to make changes like, you know, I don't want to pay for this bill anymore. You're going to be making financial changes, and it's all going to be because of Libra season and the fact that Libra is your 10th house. This is a great card to come up for Libra 10th house because it talks about balance, which is Libra, and it talks about finances, which is the 10th house. So at the end of the month, you're going to be really wanting to, you know, analyze and logically determine certain changes that you can make to where you're not completely not on top, Capricorn. There may be certain people that you have to cut off, you know. It's just all about making sure that your needs are being met too. That's why this is the 6 of Pentacles, because it's an even number. It's 50-50. We have this right underneath the 2 of Cups. So I know that there's some kind of financial balance that some Capricorns are really seeking towards the end of the month. You know, maybe this has to do with worth. It doesn't have to be money strictly or finances. It doesn't have to be like a job. It just has to do with your value. You know, as an earth sign, you guys really care about you being valued in your relationship. And we do have 3 significant people here, right? We have these 2 people. So I'm not sure if there's a significant duo in your life. And I see you as this guy, Capricorn, the guy that's holding on to the balance beam. And then in the other hand, you have these crumbs that you're giving this other person. So I really see that you're that guy in the middle, and there's these 2 other people on the ground here that you most likely see as lower than you. And they may come to you for help a lot, or I'm not sure how that's going to play out for some of you guys. But we have a decision here, you know, because the 2 of Cups is a relationship. Maybe there's a reconciliation. But overall, I just feel like there's some financial balance needed in Capricorn's relationships, because they're going to be making decisions about this kind of stuff in September. And I also think that there's something here about fairness in your relationships, you know, just equal effort, everything balanced, emotional balance. The most, though, it has to do with the Pentacles. So money and, you know, work. And you don't want to make sure that you're just like taking on too much, Capricorn, because you're going to start thinking about balance when it's Libra season. You're really going to be focused on that kind of energy. So, you know, if things are not balanced enough for you, then, you know, these things are not going to deserve your patience. They're not going to even deserve you kind of testing the waters out anymore. This foundation is going to crumble down. So, yeah, I definitely think that you guys are really thinking about your needs, just like self-care said. Just know that you're doing exactly what the energy is kind of asking Capricorn to do in September. You know, you're going through 9th house energy, so you could be learning about this energy. You could be learning more about this relationship, or about what the things you can do to further expand the finances in your this is like Capricorn is going to start thinking about their long-term goals in future. And there might be people around you in September that are like, why are you worried about that? You know, like, why are you worried about that? And it's because Capricorn has been thinking about this for a long time. They've just been able to handle it. But now that it's Virgo season, and then when it's Libra season, they're going to be thinking, well, I should say you guys are going to be thinking a lot about the balance that you guys have. And okay, for some of you, this could be a new person coming in. Maybe it's someone you used to know, and this could be a way more balanced person. You know, I see that for some of you, there's more balanced relationships coming in, because we have balance surrounding your guys' relationships, with the Temperance meaning balance, and then the Six of Pentacles needing balance. So financial balance is being highlighted, but I feel like it's just collective balance. Like, you guys are even going to be, you know, wanting emotional balance. You're going to be wanting mental balance. Like, it's just shared efforts, okay? 50-50, if not 100-100. You know, like, I give 100, you give 100. That's even more accurate for Capricorn. You guys are very serious lovers, okay? And it's already scary enough to, you know, potentially damage your guys' security, because when Capricorn gets in relationships, sometimes people accuse you of not being emotional enough, they accuse you of not being present enough, they accuse you of working too much or being too serious, and you know, that's when you guys just kind of go ghost for a while because you feel unappreciated. And I think you're just losing your patience. This is something that you've kind of alchemized with for a while. You've tested the waters, you're trying new things out. This could be new relationships you're trying out, or just a decision that you have. Maybe there's someone new that's quite different from you coming in September. But before all that happens, there does have to be this Tower moment. Something may kind of crumble down financially, because we do have the Tower right before the Six of Pentacles. So whatever this is that happens in September, I feel immediately following it is a firmer foundation. For some reason, this change is going to realign you guys. It's going to realign your guys' relationships to where you're feeling more balanced. Like, what's yours belongs to you. And I know that seems a little selfish, Capricorn, but I totally get it as a Capricorn rising, that, you know, some of us want our own finances to be ours, and you want other people's finances to be theirs. You know, this is going to play out in different ways. Like, some of you guys are just in codependent relationships to where you have financial ties, you know, joint bank accounts, things like that, and there's just something happening towards the end of the month where you're kind of breaking free, I mean, this is your energy. I know it's the Devil card, but this is your energy. So I feel like these offers coming in towards the end of September are financial, they're physical offers, they're offers that you're familiar with and that, you know, speak to you in a valued way. And they're way more balanced. You know, I mean, you could also have people coming to you at the end of the month for financial help and stuff like that. And, you know, with you getting this Ace of Pentacles, it could be linked to some sort of financial gain that others around you know you have, Capricorn. Like, ooh, Capricorn has money, you know, Capricorn will help me. But the only problem with that is that this Six of Pentacles is linked to this Ace of Pentacles. So if by chance you guys do come into some extra money, you want to be very careful of the toxicity around you, because the Devil card doesn't just mean you, Capricorn. It doesn't scare me as much when I talk to you, because I know you can handle this energy, but I never want to leave out the fact that Capricorn also deals with toxic relationships. Capricorn also deals with codependency and chains, okay? So it's interesting that these chains are coming up. You want to identify those chains before the end of the month, Capricorn, so that you're ending September feeling like yourself, feeling in power, feeling in charge, feeling like you're in your own authority financially, physically. This is like a foundation, this big ass pinnacle. This is something very real, something you value so much, you know, and it could be linked to a job or a career. But I do see, since these two cards are right underneath one another, that this could be the ending to some kind of toxic relationship. It could be the ending to some kind of financially codependent relationship that you've been really patient in for a long time. This foundation is finally crumbling down. Could be a job, it could be a relationship, but the Tower and the Devil are kind of going hand in hand this month because they're right above each other. So maybe it's linked. Maybe this Tower and this Devil card is linked to this Ace of Pentacles that gives to you. Maybe there's some kind of new opportunity for you at the end of the month, Capricorn. that breaks those chains, and it causes you some kind of ending. I don't see this as a bad ending for you, because this is the only weird card. You know, look at everything else on the table. We have a significant relationship here. So relationships are coming up for you, Capricorn. We have the Temperance card, which is healing energy. This is patience and balance. It's even a learning energy. So whatever this tower is, you can learn from it, Capricorn. You can definitely learn from it. It's going to expand your horizons. Maybe you outgrew your environment. Maybe your home environment or your work environment wasn't balanced enough. The universe wants to put Capricorn in a way better, much better environment at the end of September. Why? Because it's all about you considering you now, which some people are going to be shocked. You know, some people are going to be very shocked that there are certain changes happening in Capricorn's life. You know, this is because of Virgo and Libra season of balance. Everyone's lifestyles are being balanced out this month because of this Libra Virgo energy. And for you, Capricorn, it looks as if the universe wants to help assist you in some sort of financial way, some sort of career related way. And this is all about the security of your future. All right. I do see something being given to you at the end of the month here. We end September with some sort of financial gain and balance for you, and you definitely in the month in your energy. Okay, so I can only say that this opportunity or this gift from the universe coming down from the sky, this hand, is giving you something priceless offer. I mean, it's huge, but there may be something that you need to financially balance in a relationship before this can happen. I'm not sure, but I just keep going back to that message about you making sure that your needs are met. And I feel like by the end of the month, you really do step into that whole balanced perspective. Like, you know, that's what it is. When people are in relationships where things aren't 50-50 or whatever, you know, it's all because people only do what you allow them to do. If all of a sudden you start vibrating at a higher level and realizing, you know, I do this, that, and this, and the person I'm with doesn't do this, you know, so I'm going to stop doing this so that they have to pick up their own weight. Because it's a very karmic energy. You know, you guys are ruled by the Lord of Karma, so people naturally receive karma when they're around you. So if there's a person in your life that's been kind of mooching off you, or vice versa, Capricorn, you know, you guys could definitely be involved in codependent relationships, certain addictions and toxicities, manipulation even. I feel like if you guys are in those kind of relationships, those are crumbling down this month. So yeah, I feel like if, you know, even you guys, some of you guys could be in relationships where you're financially dependent, but there's something being given to you at the end of the month that's going to free you from that, okay? And it's also that you can have your own needs met. I feel like some of you guys are just very drained, you know what I mean? Maybe even dehydrated metaphorically, you know, so there's just something that you've been needing to do to take care of yourself. And the bottom of the deck for this month is the King of Cups for you guys. So the reason why all these cards are on the table has something to do with this King of Cups energy, stepping further into, you know, you're still that king energy, but you're stepping further into your emotional authority, having authority not only of physical things like Capricorn so easily does, but also surprising a few people and taking authority of the much deeper realms in life, right? Like the ways you feel inside, the emotions that you feel at a soul level. Like Capricorn's feelings matter, and that's what you're starting to realize with this King of Cups energy, because I think you've made certain decisions come the end of September, because we have the Three of Wands, okay? So I think Virgo season was all about a decision that you guys had already made prior, and now you're kind of just waiting for the change. You're waiting for this Tower, waiting for your ships to come in, and this is a very futuristic energy. This guy is looking out into his future. So you guys are very future focused in September. Virgo season really established new perspective, new logic in regards to your physical foundation. We have a significant Virgo showing up here. So this could be a Virgo for some of you that you're dealing with, or maybe you're just feeling a bit hermited. The Hermit card does speak of isolation and solitude. So some of you guys are just kind of spending more time intrusive, you know, like you're just kind of going within, doing some soul searching, allowing your own wisdom and light. You know, you're focusing on your own wishes still, even though the situation you're around is quite emotional. You're literally just waiting to get out of it, Capricorn, because we have the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. So this is something that you're waiting for at an emotional level, and it could be linked to a foundation or to finances, but you know, it's ironic that those are the things that Capricorn emotionally relies on, you know, their foundation and their job. So it kind of goes hand in hand, and you're really waiting for those ships to come in, like that King of Cups. The King of Cups is a guy, and even for the women, you know, this could be a significant male water sign. This is a male water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that has to do with all these cards on the table. You know, even in your relationships, Capricorn, you're trying to be more like this King of Cups, more sound. You know, he's very emotionally stable. He's a leader. He has authority over the way that he feels, and he even wears that fish necklace so he can wear his emotions on his sleeve. This is kind of the exact opposite of you, Capricorn. You would be more like the King of Cups, but for some reason, you know, you are feeling certain feels. And here's the Queen of Cups, which is the counterpart to the King of Cups. So this kind of happened in the Scorpio reading too, but I feel like it was with a different suit. It wasn't with water, but we do have, when this comes up, we have the king to your queen. So whether you're a male or you're a female watching, there just may be some sort of secret emotion. Maybe there's a secretive water sign around you. Scorpio for sure coming up here, but also Cancer and Pisces. Or there's just a lot about your emotions that you're kind of keeping a secret this month, Capricorn. Maybe you're walking away from certain emotional battles or secret battles. You're done fighting. You just want to kind of walk away. Some of you may walk towards a Leo or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe there's some communication with a Leo. I did see Leo here too, so I'm not sure. Of course, we have Sagittarius and Capricorn, but whatever this is you wanting to kind of secretly be nourished. You know, this couple here are more of the emotional lovers. They heal each other in a very psychic, intuitive way. And they have very empathic conversations. You know, everything is linked to the way they feel about things, and they're very considerate of the way that they feel. Like the Queen of Cups is very considerate of how the King of Cups is feeling emotionally. You know, how was your day, dear? You know, so this is just maybe some nurturing that needs to come into the relationships, Capricorn, which I know this isn't like, it's unfamiliar territory. You know, you're not used to being around this amount of water, so maybe there's just some emotional characters in your life or things going on that are putting you in a more emotional environment. But this is talking about you stepping into your authority, whether you're a female or a male, or you're dealing with a female or male. This is you needing, this is that Two of Cups. You know, this is that Two of Cups. These Two of Cups here, it's like a younger version of the King and the Queen of Cups. Like they both have a cup too. They both have emotional security. They're both emotionally mature and intelligent. So it's more of a nurturing energy for sure, and it could definitely be Pisces or Cancer, or just some sort of secret feelings that you have. And you know, I do feel like this has something to do with Virgo season, and you just kind of waiting on something that you know is about to change. But you, like I said, you could be feeling very intrusive with all these feelings, Capricorn. You could definitely be kind of taking a step back from all that. But I just want you to know that you are safe this month. You know, you're safe to charge forward. This looks kind of like the Knight of Swords. So in order to charge forward like that, we definitely need to know that we are safe. So there's some kind of message here about you knowing that you're safe, to take care of yourself. There's also a message here about divine timing. So this has something to do with that patience card. There's a time in September. All of these things are happening right on time. This is also a very Saturnian energy, so what more divine timing is it than Saturn going back direct? And that happened on September 6th, so I'm sure you've been feeling that over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I think you guys are kind of experiencing new feelings. You're kind of experiencing new water. Maybe there's a new water sign in your life, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You know, if you guys have your own water energy, like maybe you guys have a water sign moon or a water sign rising, then, you know, maybe you're just kind of maybe that side of you is being brought out a little bit more, you know. Or maybe you're dealing with a water sign. It's going to be different for all of you, but, you know, there's something here. I'm not sure if there's some kind of breakdown emotionally that goes on inside of you secretly. We do have your emotions being kept a secret, because this card here, Capricorn, it goes like this. So we can see what this card is. We have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you guys are definitely feeling kind of like, you know, not grounded in your emotion. You're not really sure what to do about all these things you feel. There could be a prison of thoughts around you. You may not feel like there's a way forward, but there is a very clear path being made for you, Capricorn. All you have to do is break free from that toilet paper. You know, you're never trapped. These are not going to keep you binded. You just have to open up your eyes and kind of see the thoughts that you can't stop thinking about, because they're actually trying to lead you to a greater foundation. Even the chains here. So whatever you're feeling restricted by is kind of falling down, Capricorn, because it's an illusion. You could be dealing with certain illusions when you're dealing with the King of Cups energy, because he's very watery. So the only way out is to kind of take authority over the way you feel and allow yourself to feel it, so that you can think clearly about your future in Virgo season. Even if you're alone, you know, I do see you kind of on your own, kind of distant, just doing what it is that you feel is best for you this month, Capricorn, no matter whose feelings are present. Because either way, there's something that you're dealing with that seems a bit like a shock. It's a very sudden change in September, but it ironically brings you closer to balance. It brings you closer to financial justice and fairness, and it leads you down the road of new opportunities that you value and appreciate very much. And ultimately, I feel by the end of the month, you guys are going to be in a better position to take care of yourself. You're going to be in a better situation in circumstances where you can put yourself first more often and not have to worry about the opinions of other people. But there is some relationship testing going on. I do see you guys alchemizing with different partners, and like, you know, maybe things are a bit up in the air relationship wise, especially because we have the Temperance, the Two of Cups, and the Tower. So there's just certain things specifically in relationships for some of you that are testing your patience, okay? Really putting you out of your comfort zone and putting you in unfamiliar territory. So you could just be dealing with the uprise of certain emotions with people, places, and things, especially in your relationships. And that might be what the decision is about. You know, do I express myself emotionally? Is this person too emotional for me? Is this change too emotional for me to stay patient and grounded? Because if you can't stay patient and grounded where you are, Capricorn, then that's why that foundation is kind of depleting, because you want balance and fairness. You want to be with someone who's the yin to your yang, like this King of Cups and that Queen of Cups. Someone who you don't have to emotionally isolate yourself around. Someone who you don't have to worry whether they're taking too much and giving too little. But, you know, certain breakdowns for you this month, Capricorn, but it's all for the best. Even those times that you're uncomfortable in September, it's so that you can learn from disaster, basically. I see that a lot, learning from disaster in your relationships, learning from disaster financially, just so that you can end in balance. And I think Libra season is going to help a lot with that. A lot. So let's see if there's any extra message. We have the Five of Swords I just picked up, and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like there's certain conflicts and certain heartbreaks that you guys are going to be victorious over. So, you know, some of you really are dealing with heartbreak. It could be heartbreak from the past. It could be certain betrayal that you guys are dealing with too. And that brings me back to this kind of codependent energy. But pay attention, well, even though all that's going on, Capricorn, pay attention to the offers that you get in September, specifically towards the end of September, because I just see some sort of golden opportunity coming to you guys at the end. Like, I just keep getting drawn to the Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Devil. You know, I don't see this as a bad energy. I see that something ended so that something phenomenal could begin. I see that you maintained your composure during this September. You're very patient in September. You're even being patient in your relationships. You're compromising. Make sure you're not overly compromising, Capricorn. You know, you're even trying new things, getting out of your element a little bit, even sacrificing your foundation a bit so that you can walk on new land. But ultimately, there is that path that you are walking and that you are walking alone. And it's causing some sort of emotional lesson or something like that with this King of Cups here. Maybe it's with a water sign. There could be this King of Cups relates to everything on the table here. So I don't know if there's just something emotionally toxic in your environment If so, Capricorn may deal with that longer than what other people might. There could be a toxic emotional relationship, an emotional tie. Instead of an emotional connection, it could be an emotional attachment. And maybe that's why you're trying new things or just trying to learn your best from this disaster. There's something here about emotional balance. And there can even be offers made to you that are both emotional and physical. I do feel like those worlds are kind of mixing for you this month with the Temperance card, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Now remember, the bottom here was the 8 of Swords, and this woman is staying stuck because she refuses to put her feet in the water. So there is something here about allowing yourself to feel what it is that you feel in September, Capricorn. And, you know, really just soaking that water in. Like this man, if this water was emotion, he's just really drinking from the pond of emotion, allowing himself to ground himself in this emotional environment and stay patient, you know, not feel vulnerable or upset that he's feeling these emotions, but just doing his best to kind of express it and stuff like that. You're totally safe to do that this month, Capricorn. You're safe to accept these opportunities and make these changes for yourself. You're safe in this tower moment when most likely this relationship falls apart. Something here happens in the beginning of September for Capricorn where things kind of fall down. This tower is a sudden change. But I do feel like you're patient throughout this change. This is beautiful. The fact that you're staying balanced and patient while this disaster is going on, you're learning from it, and then you're expanding even farther at the end of the month into your career house. I think you guys just kind of shift your energy and your attention and focus more on your own values and your own opportunities. And what more could cheer a Capricorn up than this offer at the end of the month here, this Ace of Pentacles? You know, you're really going to know where you stand as far as value and efforts towards the end of the month, Capricorn, which I love giving you that news because of the kind of individuals you guys strive as, right? You're all about labor and ambitious hard work, and you know, people are going to really see this month that you guys are also, you don't just do this because it's fun. Like, you do this to have your needs met too. So you may shock a few people with this brand new shine and stuff like that, and you may shock people with your emotions this month too. You know, I see you, you know, kind of maneuvering in a different way. You may be a little bit rigid this month and uncomfortable, but you find something very real and grounded towards the end of the month. It's just given to you. And it's most likely given to you because you were patient enough, you were kind enough, you gave enough in this situation. And now, I mean, I'm feeling a give and you shall receive type of vibe. So I think that's all I have for you guys this month, Capricorn. I didn't want the videos to be too long. So hopefully that resonated. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. I will be back to talk hopefully for the Aries full moon on the 24th. But if I don't see you guys there, I will definitely be back to talk to you guys in October in Libra season. All right, bye.